All right, so hello and welcome. Thank you for logging on and attending today's virtual program. My name is Matt Schumann. I am on the programming team here at Cary Library. Before we begin, please let me know if there are any technical issues I can try to resolve. You can message me in the chat. This program is also made possible by the generous donors to the Cary Library Foundation. I'd like to now introduce Leslie Gabriele. She's doing a weekly virtual meditation program, Mondays at 11 a.m. throughout the summer. Perhaps you've attended them already. But now, please welcome Leslie.
Good morning, everybody. Thank you for joining me. My name is Leslie Gabriele, as Matt just said. I'm the founder of With Love and Gratitude, which is a nonprofit organization dedicated to education and service. Our mission statement's pretty simple: to uplift the spirit, which I hope to do today with all of you. With Love and Gratitude does a lot of charity events. In fact, we do as many as we can. We also do workshops like this one, always trying to offer free events whenever possible. So thank you to the Cary Library Foundation for making this possible. With Love and Gratitude offers our services without remuneration. If you want to know more about us or what's going on as far as workshops go, we've got a bunch of them on Zoom. www.withloveandgratitude.com. So this is our weekly rest, relax, and restore workshop. We're going to start by talking a little bit about the breath. I like to start meditation with a little bit of deep breathing. For some, it's going to feel unnatural to breathe deeply, but the practice comes with a whole bunch of benefits, which is why I like to start with this. Deep breaths are more efficient. They allow your body to fully exchange incoming oxygen with outgoing carbon dioxide, and it's proven that it will slow the heartbeat, lower or stabilize blood pressure, and lower stress, all through a little bit of deep breathing. So it's well worth the time and effort. So the exercise we're about to do, you can do either sitting or lying down. Just make sure you're nice and comfortable, standing, whatever you want to do. So we're going to do breathing, and then I'm going to walk you right into the meditation today. And the meditation I call the do nothing meditation, because you'll see we're going to do nothing. And for those of you that can't do nothing, you find it hard to do nothing, I'll give you something to do for the do nothing meditation. So I want to start by giving you an outline of the breath work. I will be counting. You're going to do an in-breath for 4, a hold breath for 8, and an exhale, a hold breath for 7 and an exhale for 8. So in for 4, hold for 7, out for 8, and I will count for you. So I want you to start by putting your hand on your belly. And the reason why I'm telling you to do that is because you're going to know your deep breathing if your hand rises and falls. So it's a little bit of a feedback system for you. So as I said before, we're nice and comfortable. We've got a hand on our belly, and we're going to breathe in. 2, 3, 4, hold. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, exhale. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Inhale. 3, 4, hold. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, exhale. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Inhale. 3, 4. Hold. 4, 5, 6, 7. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Inhale. 3, 4. Hold. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Exhale. 6, 7, 8. One more. Hold. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Exhale. Long, deep exhale. And notice how you feel. So today we're going to practice a Zen Buddhism meditation. There's literally thousands of ways to meditate. And all of them have benefits to someone. It's your job, if you want to learn how to meditate, to find a meditation that resonates with you. I don't accept that people cannot meditate. I hear it all the time. Oh, I can't meditate. There's too many ways to meditate. You just got to find the one that fits for you. So we'll do the meditation, and then I'm going to open it up to discussion. There's a big myth in meditation that you're supposed to calm the mind, that correct meditation will lead you to stop thinking. And that's a falsehood. A feeling of calm or a quiet in mind is sometimes a result of meditation, and it's a pleasant one. But the purpose of meditation is not to calm the mind or to calm yourself. You haven't failed if that doesn't happen. You haven't failed if your mind doesn't become a still pool of water. You haven't failed if the nature of the mind keeps generating thoughts. That's the nature of the mind, to endlessly, whether you're meditating or not, to think. In fact, Buddha often referred to the mind as the monkey. The purpose of meditation is not to change the nature of the monkey. Rather, the purpose is to simply observe the monkey, to see what is happening within your own mind, within your own self, and that's it. So you get to notice the mind jumping about, doing its monkey thing. That is meditation. If the mind quiets as a result of being observed, which frankly it often does, that's wonderful. But whether it does or not is of no consequence. So our meditation today, I have named the Do Nothing Meditation. And we're going to start now. You're going to be a witness. You're going to witness by becoming aware of what you're doing. Exactly what you're doing. In any given moment, be a witness to it. Observe it. Stand away from it. You're going to observe it, name it, stand away from it all at once. In the now. When we cling to the now rather than simply bearing witness to it and letting it pass, we become trapped in time as it passes. Instead of saying, I'm reading this notice, I'm reading, I notice the reading, the eyes, the breath, the paper, no labels, just being aware of it through all the five senses. Instead of that, I can get involved in the reading, or I can witness the reading. So sit back and make your mind like watching a movie. When we meditate, our mind wants to know what to do. So I'm going to tell the mind what to do. Simply allow everything to be as it is, mind. When the mind wanders and needs to know what to do, tell your mind its job, its occupation, its sole occupation is to allow. Tell your mind everything is the way it is. Its job is to notice what is. Watch your breath. Check your body and see if you're allowing everything to be as it is. The body gives very accurate, precise feedback. Tension and tightness is the blocking of what is. Just let your awareness go to wherever you feel tension or tightness and allow it. Remember, your sole occupation is to allow. And when the mind wonders, what am I doing? Tell your mind what it is doing is letting everything be just as it is. This form of meditation is not controlling. This form of meditation does not lead the way. Instead, you watch it and let it be what it is. A passenger, an experiencer. Watching what naturally happens. Listening. What do you hear? Watching what you think about what you hear. Noticing. Watching what naturally happens. When you have no idea what should happen, you can actually notice what is happening. You intuitively come into a state of listening. You naturally become aware of awareness. All there is to do when you're not controlling is to experience. All there is to do when you're not controlling is to listen, watch, feel, and see what happens. That watching is awareness itself. Notice that watching awareness, it's fluid. It does not stay in one place for very long. And we have no intention to control awareness as it moves around. Instead, we watch its movement, the observer. Observing the physical feelings, watching the lack of sound or the abundance of noise, sensing the feeling of openness or closed, whatever. Watching the fluidity of awareness as it moves from one place to another, never staying in one place for too long. Flowing along, flowing along. So we just allow it to be that. Allowing awareness to notice whatever it notices. Instructing your mind to let everything be as it is. Its job is to notice what is. The mind doesn't lead, doesn't control. Instead, it watches what is, watching what naturally happens. Allowing the complete fluidity of awareness. Once again, check your body and see if you're allowing everything to be as it is. Blocking manifests as tension or tightness. Your body always gives you accurate feedback. Experience awareness itself flowing along. Seeing what happens as awareness moves, flittering from one to another. Watching. What changes as a result of meditation is not necessarily the speed of thought or the frequency of thought that appears in our inner landscape, but rather our relationship to our thoughts. Through the practice of meditation, we become less identified with the ticker tape that runs through our head, less convinced that our thoughts hold some inherent truth or importance, less committed to solving each problem or emergency about which our thoughts reminds us consistently and constantly. You could say we lose a degree of interest in the monkey mind song, or as Buddha liked to say, the monkey's screech. Now, when you're ready, continue your breath and open your eyes. And for anyone that has a question or would like to share their experience, take a deep breath in, a long exhale out, and feel free to unmute yourself and speak up. The Do Nothing Meditation. Anyone have a question? You, Therese, and then Joan.
I'm wondering, I still have like lots and lots of thoughts, and I know you talk about the ticker tape or whatever. I'm focusing, trying to even slow those down, and you just can't. Is there, because I'm like, okay, this is meditation time. Go away, and I'll get back to you in a bit, but there's all the things you're in your mind.
What if instead of doing that, you just watched the show? What if instead of listening to a symphony, you've got punk rock on right now?
Okay.
Rather than judging the way it's supposed to be, you watch the madness of the mind.
Hey.
So here's a good analogy. Pretend that instead of it being your mind, you're watching your friend's mind. You're watching her just spin and spin and spin and spin.
Yeah.
You wouldn't have any, you'd be entertained by it. You wouldn't be trying to slow her mind down, right?
Okay, yeah, okay.
So it's not about what you're thinking. It's about putting some space between your thought and what you're thinking about your thought.
Okay.
Okay. Remember, it isn't about changing the speed or frequency of your thought. It's about your relationship to the thought.
Or just becoming aware.
I've been meditating a long time, and what I've found is I have now come to believe I am not my thoughts. I just think I am. And that gives me a lot of freedom.
Okay.
Because when I thought I was my thoughts, I had to take my thoughts very seriously. And because my thoughts never ended, I have a very busy mind, has a lot of stress. All that's gone.
Okay. Okay. Well, there we are.
Right.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Joan? You have to unmute, Joan. If you hit your space bar, that will unmute you. If you hold down your space bar. Matt, can you unmute Joan? Okay, Joan, you're mute. Oh, there we go. Hello.
I can talk again. I always thought that thoughts came before feelings. Now, is that true, or does feelings come before thoughts?
Well, technically, scientifically, I do not know. I'm going to guess that feelings come before thoughts, but do you know that your thoughts, have you ever heard the expression gut brain?
No.
Okay, so this is well documented. Science now talks about a gut brain. Apparently, you think your thought in your gut before you think it in your mind. You just don't relate to your gut thought, you relate to your mind thought, but that thought has already been thought. So think about that.
I think I'll write that on my wall here.
You can Google it, the gut brain. There's a ton of science on it. It's pretty fascinating.
Okay, I like.
And it might be dependent on personality, how you process thoughts and feelings.
Mhm.
I don't know. Anyone else got a comment or a question or want to share an experience?
I found it was very relaxing and helping me to unfocus from the surroundings. I felt closing my eyes enhanced that experience.
Great.
But thank you.
I'm glad. Thank you. And by the way, people, you can do this anytime. You're hanging around waiting in line to get into the grocery store now, new experience. Just start watching your thoughts. It's a exercise that can be done at any time, in any way. I like to do it when I wake up in the morning. The first thing I do, it's a kind of an odd experience because you're just coming out of dream state. But it's you know, it's a built-in meditation machine. So go for it if you so desire. All right, we have time for one more. Anyone else want to speak up?
I just want to interrupt before we ask a question. I apologize because on my end, pretty much all of my controls are frozen. So I can't see anything. I can't enable my camera, but I see that there's a notification for 3 things in the chat, but I can't open it.
Oh boy, well, maybe I can. Let's see. Okay, so was wonderful to not try to do anything. Thank you, and very relaxing. So that's our comments. So I'll be back next week for another relaxation technique. It will be totally different. I hope you can join me. I want to thank the Carey Foundation, Library Foundation for having me. It's a great joy. It's fun. And I want to thank Matt for sponsoring. And I'm sorry that all your controls froze, Matt. I'm sure that's frustrating. Wishing everyone a marvelous Monday. I hope to see you next week. Have a beautiful day. It's gorgeous outside. Bye, everybody.
Thank you, Leslie.
Stay well. Stay healthy. Thanks, Matt.
Bye, everyone. Thank you.